What's your favorite feel-good playlist? Do you have one? We're going to talk about it on today's podcast.
I've spent the last 20 years studying, teaching, and coaching people to find their greatness and take their lives to the next level. Along the way, it's become evident that emotions are at the root of everybody's successes and failures. Worry and fear are the enemies, and it's time to forge the armor and earn the tools to overcome the two things that could single-handedly destroy your future. Hi, my name is Michael Johnson, and I'm a life coach, a peak performance trainer, and I'm the emotions guy. It's time to take back control of how you feel, control of how you act, and control of how you experience life. It's time to become a lifer, a new breed of overachiever focused on living every minute to its fullest. We are responsible for how we feel, and no one and no thing can make us feel anything. Emotional mastery is our journey, and emotional education and intelligence is the key. We are lifers, and this is Magic for Life.
What's up, lifers? Michael Johnson here with the Magic for Life podcast, and I'm glad you joined me today because we're going to talk about your favorite playlist. Do you have a favorite playlist? Guys, music is amazing. Music can do some amazing things, and what I wanted to talk about today is what is your favorite feel-good playlist? Each of us potentially have one. Some people haven't really explored that. Some people say, well, music really isn't my thing. Well, music has a frequency, it has something to it, and it can actually move you. And so even if you haven't explored it in the past, it might be something you could do now. And there's so many easy and awesome ways that you can create playlists. It used to be that maybe iPods were kind of the first indication of creating a playlist. Well, maybe not. Actually, if we go back a little further, do you remember mixtapes? Yeah, I remember mixtape. I remember back in the day, making a mixtape for, that special girl for my high school years, right? And we put together and recorded a bunch of songs of our favorite songs together, and then he'd give it to him as a gift. And it was sort of like, here's this playlist to remind you of me. Oh, yeah. So to this day, I'm sure those songs kind of like bring up these memories of these people. And you might have that, and you might have a song. You hear this all the time. Well, what was your song, or what is your song? And you might have one with you and your significant other. Maybe it was your wedding song. Maybe your wedding song was your song. It doesn't matter really what it is, but music has this really powerful effect on us because it takes us to a state. Now, when I say it takes us, don't get me wrong. I don't necessarily believe that outside things take us anywhere or have that ability to do that, although we do give the control outside sometimes. And well, you don't have to. Anyway, that's a subject for another time. But what music does do is it vibrates at this frequency, right? It's like you tune into your radio, the right frequency at 920,000 FM, right? I don't know, whatever the frequency is on the radio. I know some of you don't even listen to the radio anymore. I know I don't. But when you tune in, you can get the right frequency and you can pull out of the air. It's everywhere magically. And you can just tune right in if you had a little radio, and you could listen to the radio station. Well, when you turn on music that you love, that moves you for whatever reason, that's another conversation altogether. But when you turn on music that you love, music that moves you, music that you can get into a state with, what it is it's a shortcut. And the cool thing about it is if you prescribe the shortcut, then at least you're doing it because you're in control, because you have some semblance of control that you want to actually get into that state. Now, come on, we've all been there. We've done it. I did it. The love of my life broke up with me when I was in college. And I remember overplaying this one album, right? And it was on CD back then. I know some people don't even know what a CD is anymore, right? But it was on CD, and I played that album to nauseam. And it's taken me years to get over that album, right? So I loved the music and I loved that band, but I had never noticed until I got a little older how many of their songs were completely and utterly depressing. But they served the purpose at the time. I wanted to feel depressed and sad, and I wanted to feel angry and upset that she dumped me. And I wanted to get into that state. So it was super easy. So I'd go, get in the car, put in the CD, and listen to it over and over again and bawl my eyes out. Now, you think that's not going to have an effect? Well, sure, it has an effect. Some of you have heard that story. It was probably Walmart or Target or something. And I remember going in, I was great. Coming out, I sat in my car and I was thinking, gosh, what the heck is wrong with me? Felt like I wanted to bawl, turned on the radio, realized that the station that was playing inside as well was playing the same song. It was a song from that album, and it took me back there. And I have since done a lot of work to be able to unravel that and undo it, because I did like that album. It was a good album. And now I've associated it to different things, and I've started to redo that operating system so that I wasn't chained to that emotional experience, to that song. Now, if we take that and we flip it just a little bit and we say, well, what is your playlist? What is your calm, chill playlist? Do you have a work playlist? Do you have like that playlist that is all about just zenning out? Yeah, those are good ones too. Do you have your motivation playlist? The one where you get those songs and no matter what you do, you feel like you want to just jump out of your seat and start dancing and jamming and having a good time. Do you have those playlists? And some of you might say to me, well, I'm not auditory, and whatever. You know what? Try it out. You have ears, you have eyes, you have a nose, you have a tongue that you can taste with. You have all five senses. And when you utilize all of them, you can actually do some pretty incredible things. So you don't actually have to just be an auditory person. And I understand there are different ways of learning, and you might have a primary that's better, but you know what? Why not? Why not? Now, here's the thing. There's no way we could possibly have the same taste in music. When I say we, I mean me and thousands of you out there, right? So there is a possibility that we might like some of the same music. Although I do like a really wide range of music. I mean, like, we're talking all the way from binary beats to old school country to hardcore rap to classical music, new age. Like, I honestly, I listen to a lot of different music because they all have different feelings. They all have different modes. And for me, I have some playlists that I have found to work for different things. I happen to use YouTube because I like what I can do with it. I can put playlists and create it together in YouTube, and that's great. If you'd like a little tutorial on that, let me know. I'll get it to you. We'll put it out there. We'll put it somewhere where you can get it. It's not hard to create a YouTube playlist. I mean, so, it's something you can do, but if you want some instruction on it or some help with it, let me know. But I have a ton of playlists that I use, and I like YouTube. A lot of people like Spotify. If you're an iTunes fan, it's kind of clunky, but you can use iTunes. There's a lot of different services out there that you can utilize, and they're free. So, it's not like it used to be. And nowadays, you can have things like Pandora, where you go, well, I like this artist. And for every time you choose or give a thumbs up, it goes, oh, they like this. So it's going to start playing things that are similar. So it actually just picks the music for you. Now, I'm a little bit more particular. And so unless I'm feeling lucky, right, in terms of what songs are going to come up, I will choose to play a playlist that I like, and different songs, different moments for different things. I love 80s music, so I'll play 80s music. I do love I like new pop country. I think that's fun. Like I said, I love old school country, like the good old storytelling country songs, but those are all different things and used for different moments, right? And here's the thing. You can decide hey, I want to feel this way right now. And you know what? I want a little bit of I want to do it on purpose. So I'm going to use some things that are going to help me remember the good times, remember these moments, right? And it does work. Positive, negative, right? I don't know what that means. Like to you, positive, negative could mean different things, right? But it does work on both sides of the coin. Like if we're talking light side, dark side emotions, it does work on both sides of the coin. So you're going to have to make sure you keep track. And sometimes you slip into maybe some negative emotional states, and all you don't have to jump all the way back to I'm completely ridiculously excited and everything's okay, right? I get it. But maybe you could jump to one song. Maybe you could jump to that playlist that's sort of the in-between where I feel like absolute crap, but I want to feel a little bit better, and we don't have to go all the way to the other end of the spectrum. So maybe get together some playlists, start to collect some. If you would like maybe a shortcut, or you want to jumpstart and see if maybe it works, let me know. And we'll put together some way for you to get access and share one of our playlists or one of my playlists. Maybe you would like a productive playlist. I love my productive playlist, right? I put that music on and I can zen in and go, man. And the more I've used it, the more it has power. And so it's really cool that way. So get your playlists together, start to put something cool together. If you need some help, please let me know. Please let me know. Come on, guys. That's what I'm here for. Magic for life. Let me help you. Anyway, guys, if you know somebody that needs to hear this podcast, please share it with them. And don't forget to subscribe, whatever channel you're listening to. If you can, leave us a review. It helps immensely. Plus, we love to hear from you. And of course, if you hear about any of these things that we're talking about, like these playlists, and you want to have access to them, send us an email at info@magicforlife.com, and we will see you on the next podcast.
Happiness is a choice. Sadness is a choice. All emotions are a choice. Sometimes doing our emotions doesn't seem like it's our choice, but it is. You have control. You are the captain of your ship, and you must learn how to be the best captain you can be. Let me show you how. Pick up your free copy of my new book, Every Minute, at everyminutebook.com.